Hello and welcome. Today we're going to take a look at the new TenX token and what it's going to mean in the future. We're going to take a look at the growth of the company, also the token value, and what are the rewards going to be. So how will you get the token? In order to get the token, you have to hold your token in an address where you control your private key before the 30th of December 2018. You can do that, for example, when you have your TenX token or your pay token for now in myetherwallet.com. And I also would recommend to secure it with a hardware wallet like the Ledger Nano S. Then on the 30th of December at 3 o'clock Middle European time zone, a snapshot will be taken of the Ethereum network. The snapshot will be taken from the first block that is going to be mined at that minute. So you only have to control your private key at that time exactly. After that, you can send the tokens back on an exchange and sell them, for example. And since the new TenX token could be a security token, I'm not saying that it is, it depends on where you live, but it could be. So for that, you will going to have to KYC yourself together with your address where you held the pay tokens on the 30th of December in order to allocate who owns which tokens. And you will get one TenX token for every pay token that you had during that time. So in order to have some numbers for the calculation of the rewards, we have to take a look at the distribution of the TenX token. So the total supply is 205 million, which is exactly the same number as the pay token because they are going to be exchanged one for one. The tokens not in circulation are about 90 million, which are the tokens that are held by TenX themselves and are not eligible for rewards. The other two numbers, the 20 million on exchanges, this is an estimation of myself. It could be more, it could be less. I don't know for sure, but we have to take some numbers in order to start the calculation. And the total TenX tokens that are in wallets, where people control the private key, will be 93 million in my estimation. And this is important because this number is the only number we're going to need for the calculation, since only those tokens are eligible for rewards. So who is going to receive the TenX token rewards and how much are they going to be? The rewards are going to be paid out to all the token holders who are eligible to receive them, which does not mean that everyone who held their tokens on the snapshot in a wallet where they control the private key will receive the tokens, because, for example, China and the United States of America are not countries who are going to receive the tokens. So if you live in the USA or in China and you control the tokens on the 30th of December, you're still not going to receive the tokens, mainly because of the legal legislation there. You cannot receive the token because you have to KYC yourself and your address in order to get them, because the address will be linked to your KYC. And since when you are going to live in the USA or in China, you are not going to receive them. So in my earlier estimation of the 93 million TenX tokens who will be in wallets, almost definitely not all of them are going to receive a TenX token. So there will be less than the 93 million tokens who will be eligible for rewards. But this is nothing I can foresee how many this is going to be. So we're just going to stick with the bigger number, which for the calculation, the bigger number is worse for us because, as you can see, 0.5% of the total payment volume will be spread out to all the token holders. So if there were less token holders, the rewards everyone are going to receive will be bigger. Since there are more in my calculation than there are for sure going to be, they all are going to receive less. Also, the 0.5% I'm going to be using in the calculation are not fixed, because Julian Hosp said in a Twitter video, I think, that they are not sure how much they are going to pay out now, because they have different partners in different countries and not just one like they had on the start with Virex. So they're not sure how much the rewards are going to be. He said it could be more, it could be less, but they are going to say how much it will be probably 4 to 6 months before. So since this is the only number I can run with from the original white paper, I'm going to use this. So in my calculation here, I'm going to compare it to Visa. Yes, so we can see again the token supply and tokens that are in the wallets. The Visa numbers are from the annual Visa Stakeholder Report 2018. So are the latest numbers. So we can see Visa currently has 3.3 billion cards, and the payment volume of Visa is $11.2 trillion. The spending per card is a little bit more than $3,000. So in the white paper, 10x, they said that in the first year they are going to have 1 million cards, which I do see possible. Also on the second year, they are going to have 10 million cards, which I also think is in the range of being possible. Then they are going a little bit overboard with the numbers, I think. So my estimation is less than the white paper of 10x. Yeah, also the payment volume which they estimated, I think is too high, even for the 1 million cards and the 10 million cards. So I also reduced the numbers there. You can see the spending on the cards I estimated for the 1 million cards will be $1,500 a year. I do think that this is easily achievable. I also reduced spending on each card each year, because I do think that the first people who are going to receive the cards are more likely to spend more. And then again, if there are more cards out there, the spending will be a little bit less per card. But if it stays the same, or if it gets higher, then all the better for our calculation. Yes, so $1,500 for the million cards, which are easily achievable, I think. You can see the 10x rewards will be 3.7 millions for all the tokens. The rewards I did not calculate directly, because the 1 million cards won't be on the 1st of January in 2019. It will be at the end of the year. So I calculated the rewards and the payment volume on a daily basis. So the rewards per token, you can see, will be 4 cents per token. It is a much better calculation to calculate it like that, because like I said, the 1 million cards won't be at the start of the year, they will be at the end of the year. So on the first day there will be 2,000 to 3,000 cards, but at the end of the year, on the last day, there will be 1 million cards. And in my calculation, I estimated that after 16 years, there will be 300 million cards, which will be 9% of all the Visa cards that were in 2018. And the total payment volume will be around 350 million, which will be 3% of Visa in 2018. But remember, this is going to be 16 years later. So then we are going to take a look at the rewards that are going to be paid out per token per month, and we're going to take a look at the future token price. So we're going to see here the rewards that are going to be paid out per token per year. Then the token, the 10,027 are the tokens that I own personally. In the first year, 2019, the total rewards per year are going to be about $400. And to calculate the token value, I took the SAP 500 average dividend, which was paid out 2018, which was about 2%. And from that, I calculated the value of the token, which should be $2 in 2019, which would give my 10,027 tokens a net worth of around $20,000. So the token value should represent the price of the token when they're, for example, on an exchange, because they are going to get listed on exchanges. Julian Hosp said so. So also this number, the $2, should represent the value of the token at the start of the year. So after the snapshot, or at the snapshot, the token should be worth the $2, in my opinion. And things like the price of a stock, for example, like Visa, is not at the end of the year calculated, it's at the beginning of the year. So yes, the token value at the start of 2019 should be around $2. When we look at the next years, 2020, we're going to see that the rewards are going to be $0.4 per token, which gives us total reward of the year of $4,000 and a monthly reward of $343, which I think is a nice addition. But things get interesting when we look at the token value. Even in the second year, at the start of 2020, it should be around $20, which would bring my total net worth of my tokens to over $200,000. We can look this year after year, you can look for yourself. The numbers are not that high like the other videos on YouTube because I kept things low. I calculated the rewards on a daily basis because of the cards, which are not going to be a 1 million at the start of the year and at the end of the year, but they're only going to be 1 million cards at the end of 2019. So yes, I also saw that mainly all videos out there only use the card numbers and did not do a calculation on a daily basis, which I think is a false calculation. Because like I said, you don't have 1 million cards at the start of the year, you have it at the end of the year. And so for example, the daily rewards, I estimated that on the first day there will be 2,740 cards. And on day 91, there will be 250,000 cards. And only at the last day of the year, there will be the 1 million cards. So I hope you get an idea of 10x. So I only did this video because I watched a lot of other videos and I wanted to see how other people see 10x in the future and how they are doing their calculations. And I think only one video I saw did a good job, and mainly all the rest of them did a very poor calculation of the price and overestimated a lot. Or I even saw one guy did 3 videos of the 10x calculations, which I think is a horrible way to do it. And I would not trust him for a minute. So thanks for watching, guys, and if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up or even subscribe to me.